Hey guys, Effectral here, and today is another episode of how to kind of be a pro at Evolve. And this time I'm going to be showing you guys the Kraken, which is the second monster that you unlock after the Goliath. First ability I chose were the Mines, the Lightning Strike, and the Vortex. These abilities they're not like the Goliath. They don't really help you be more mobile and like kind of help you escape certain situations, but they're more ranged abilities and stuff. Like the Vortex is pretty imperative. It's good for getting away from certain encounters. Like if you're getting attacked by a couple of hunters, it'll throw them back, so you can just whip around and run away from them if they decide to attack you. And then there's also the Mines. Those are usually my top two choices. I make sure I start off with in my first phase, because if I don't, the Vortex is the most important one, honestly. And then the Mines I just like to have because you can lay them down on the ground while you're kind of just running around and hunting. And then if they're hot on your trail, those Mines will activate as soon as they run past you, or as soon as they run past the Mines, and they're gonna get hit by them. And it'll usually it'll make a loud noise, and it can even freak them out. They might not even know what's going on, and they're gonna get disoriented, and they might just lose track of you for a little while. So it'll buy you just a little bit more time. The Kraken is definitely my most favorite monster right now. I just recently unlocked the Wraith, and I was able to play with it for one round, but I got that one little glitch that's been going around in the game, so it reset all my data, and now I just have the Goliath and the Kraken again, and all their stats completely set to 0, and I don't have the Wraith anymore. So I have to work a couple days again back to try and unlock that, and then I'll show you guys a video of that eventually, but it'll be a little bit of time before that. So once again, like I started off in the Goliath video, I kind of ran off in a different direction before I started to sneak, and then I turned around and started sneaking off in another direction just to get a couple of prey started and give me an extra couple seconds ahead of the hunters, that is. Then actually another tip for when you're hunting too, I always try to keep going for I forget what these little creatures are called. They're some sort of, I don't know. I guess I like to call them cows in my head when I'm running around, because they're just like, they seem like these little herbivore things that are running around, but they're the easiest to kill, that also give like the most armor and evolve thing. When you see me kill one of them, it has 3 little blue bars in a circle. And that's quite a bit of feeding that it gives you. This one only had 2, and those are another ones. Those ones usually travel in packs, and you're able to kill them off pretty quickly. I obviously was not being too terribly stealthy when I was playing this time. I kept running into trees. Oh, looks like they found me right there. So you can usually see the red indicator when you're getting shot at. It's just like mostly any other game. It'll light up one side of your screen with red from whichever direction you're getting shot from. So I just like quickly whipped around, saw what was attacking me, and found a good way to hide. Good place to hide. Also, another good tip as well is, if you're not ever familiar with a map, whether you're a hunter or a monster, you can always press the back button on your, I guess not necessarily the back button on, for the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, you can press the back button and it'll bring up your map, and you don't have to hold it down. You just tap it and it'll pull up your map in the bottom right of your screen. You can kind of get oriented with where you're at. It definitely helps to know the map. If you don't know the map and you don't know where you're going, you might end up running in circles or just getting trapped because you're walling yourself in certain areas. One of the things I really like about the Kraken is just the way it looks. I think it looks about 100 times better than the Goliath, in my opinion. The way it also feels when you're playing it, it's just like really exciting, and it just feels awesome to me. It's definitely my favorite monster. If I had more time with the Wraith, I think I might actually like the Wraith better than the Goliath, but I haven't had enough time yet to really decide. Because the Wraith is really, really cool, and it can move fast. It's fun with all its teleporting and decoy abilities, but that's not in this video. I'll show you guys later once I get it again. So I found a safe spot to evolve, and the next abilities I chose, once again, like in the last video I said, I just want to finish off all my abilities, so I put at least 1 point in Aftershock there. And I put more points of mines and vortex because I think at that time I was trying to level those ones up more. Because in this game, you try and level up each of individual ability, and you get more points in that area of attacks. The more you use them, more damage you deal with them. So I think I was just trying to level up those last two. So I focus on the mines and the vortex more, just to because I probably maxed out the other two abilities already. Definitely did pretty well in this game. Haven't really gotten shot one, or haven't taken any health damage to my health yet. Only to my armor. I think I got a lot of bonus XP for that in this game. This is where I think this was like my second or third game with the Kraken in the live game. So this is where I actually started putting mines down behind me. You see, they're really effective. Anything that goes in them, they do next to them and activates them. Does a lot of damage. And then I think from the tips that I remember reading, I think you can place down 3 at a time. And if you place down a 4th one, like the first one that you place down will disappear. So just keep that in mind whenever you're laying them down. And fighting these larger creatures, you're always able to take them on at whatever stage you're at. It's just a matter of being able to kill them quickly, because a lot of the time the hunters are going to be hot on your tail. In this game, it doesn't seem like they really were. I was able to create a lot of distance between me and them, which is another benefit of the Kraken. The Kraken is definitely one of the more mobile of the 3 monsters, just because it can fly. And most of the time, most of the hunters are used to looking on the ground for whatever monster they're hunting. And when they're looking on the ground, they're not going to see you flying up in the sky. So I learned that from personal experience myself playing as a hunter. The first time I ever played against the Kraken, people kept trying to point out where they're at, and I'm like, where the hell is this Kraken at? I look up, and there's lightning coming down on top of me. And some people might argue that the most effective way to play the Kraken is while flying and just attacking from range, which is very effective in some instances, which it should obviously be used to your advantage. But a lot of the time, you want to keep the pressure up on the hunters, and you just want to be mobile. You don't want to stay at a distance, because that keeps them safe from you for the most part. If you're only attacking them with ranged attacks, I mean. Which is what the Kraken mostly has. It still gives them a lot. It makes it harder for you, honestly. If you're able to be right on top of them and keeping them moving, they're gonna have a lot harder time killing you. Because if you're out of range, they can just stand there. Like the medic, Val, she has a sniper rifle. She can just stand there, and she won't have to worry just because you're not attacking her. Like, you're not right on top of her, and you can just. She can just snipe you from a mile away and keep peeling you off. So finally I reached the stage 3 here. Finished off whatever abilities that I wanted to level up the most. And I think... I forgot what I was... Oh yeah, I wanted to actually go for a generator kill on this one. But actually, I'm not entirely sure what I was doing here. Still sneaking around. Level 3, I have full armor, have a buff. I think I just want to slowly sneak up on the relay then. Kind of funny. I thought that the setting fit perfectly for the Kraken on this one. The thunderstorm and the rain. That was great. So here I started to place down some mines just in case I needed to move out from the area. And then just get them to run over them. Which, obviously, I didn't end up using them later on here. So this guy ended up seeing me. Was like, surprise! Came out, balls to the wall. Lighting up each of them. Got one of them down already. Then I used the aftershock to... The aftershock is perfect AoE. When they're bunched up, use it as fast as you can, because it does massive damage to everybody in range. They definitely set up a lot of traps in there, but it didn't do much for them. Got me trapped in an arena, but the assault guy trapped himself here. Put a shield up, so I swap targets again. And at this point, I kind of knew that I was going to win because all their health was really low. So I just end up starting to play with everybody as soon as I know that I'm going to win. And see, you can see here how I mesh between, I weave all of my abilities, like I'm using all my abilities, to, like all my toolkit and everything, but I'm also jumping up in the air using my range attacks while also jumping down and using my lightning whip, basically. And it's much more effective, and they definitely screwed themselves by being trapped in there. This guy thought I didn't see him there, and there goes that one. GG. Like I'm on fire in the rain. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time.